You are watching Jesup High School Athletics on the J-Hawks Sports Network from Heartland Technology. Good evening. We welcome you to the Hawks Nest above the South Gym at the Jesup Community School in Jesup, Iowa. Tonight on the J-Hawks Sports Network, it is a varsity volleyball triangular, Jesup versus Clayton Ridge. Seeing the starting lineups, so we're going to get right into it here. Looks like Clayton Ridge has got the ball first. Coming from, let's see there, Hayden Reimer, your defensive specialist. Looks like she's going to serve first once we get the lineups checked by the officials here.
You guys ready here?
All over here. Oh, there we go. And here we go. My mistake, that was one of the Jesup on that one. Good setup, good play on the overpass there. Not a bad start. To her right, no one was there. Might as well drop it in. Donnelly again. There we go. Overpass by the Eagles. Good swipe there. Nice job on the movement instead of just swiping it over where nobody was. Donnelly again from the back line. Pass there, puts him a little out of rotation. Tip over. Hit up by Jesup, but that takes her out. Put up to Clayton Weber. Just a little bit of a miss hit, just a little deep there. Not a bad idea because Jesup was out of rotation from her setting up the ball. Serving is their Camia Millard. There we go, looking deep. Great pass by Crawl. Good movement by Weber. Great dig up in the back row there. Blocks the setter. Great movement. She was up and ready. Jesup's got a decent amount of blocks on the year here. That'll be another solo block there for Jesup. Jump serve. Hard to play. Clayton Ridge gives a free ball. Didn't quite make it back over. That's a tough serve. She's got a lot of movement on that. From this angle, it looked like it was going to drop, and it definitely floated further back. Here we go again. That one did drop. There you go, free ball again. Crawled to the corner. Good push up. That one's going so mean. Ridge puts a touch on it. Just missed. Not a bad idea to go line there by the Eagles, but just missed that corner. Jesup still serving. Well, great serve. Good pass though. Away. Right idea by the Eagles. Good dig up. Since the setter passed, Carl comes in to pass it out. It's a great pass to Mead, and she puts it away. Mead for the year before this is definitely our leads and kills here. She had 14 before the night started. Jesup back again. Ooh, that could have floated deep, but the Eagles decide to play it. Here it comes. Jesup with a good pass. Called everybody off. Good back set. Great swing. Great swing by that Addison Schaefer. Solid right side there. That left hand plays out really well on that right side. It's a lot easier for her to hit that line. Mead with the right idea. Makes it in. That was pretty close. That was tough to play. She looked like she was going right, tipped left. That's hard defensively when you're watching. Schissel on a run here. That's going deep. Yeah, that one kept floating. He's got that tough serve, but that also makes for a few more errors too. It's easy when you're playing that risky. Here comes Clayton Ridge's Carly Weil. Looks like she's a senior defensive specialist. Jesup with the serve receive. Takes out Mead, she's down. There we go, pass over free ball. Clayton Ridge setting it up, tip over. A little better communication on that one. There we go, good touch by Clayton Ridge. Good a first swing on it by Schaefer there. Set out of the middle, Weber moving over, good movement by Weber, good call by Donley, good set. The way the play set up there was the pass transition Donley over, but she did a great job. Peyton did. Weber moving over, going in for that swing. From the back line, it's going to be Weber here. Bringing in that Carmen Nuring for all the middle. Free ball back. Schissel back second, grabs it. There we go. Sarah Mead out of the middle. I didn't even see that coming. What a great job. Nicely done there. Schaefer from the right side. There we go. Good moving in. Yeah, with Mead there in the middle, almost like a trick play. Kind of looks like she should be shifting outside, but moves to the middle and takes it from there. One of the closest things you can get to in volleyball, doing a trick play. So far, Jesup's had a great start to the year. 2 wins, 1 loss. The loss being to AP, but they're a pretty tough team. They're leading a lot of categories there in individual stats for the state of Iowa. If not leading, they're up there. But we've got some strong players here. Like I said, Sarah Mead started out before the match with 14 kills already, and Schissel and Schaefer following with 10 themselves. Also holding a good efficiency percentage there, which means we've got some good attempts and good kills and not that many errors. But the girls are coming in well, doing smart things with the ball. Clayton Ridge is a pretty fresh, pretty new team. They have majority of their team graduated last year, looking at their stats. They're playing the Upper Iowa Conference against North Fayette Valley, and that's pretty tough. Back to the game, Peyton Weber serving again. Nice serve, good dig up there. Not a bad play. Free ball here. Ref's going to call him on a double hit there. As a reminder, you can double hit on the serve receive. So first initial contact after the serve, you can double hit, but after that you can't. Going way low. Almost the same exact serve, just a little shorter. Peyton did a great job moving that ball over. Nice ace serve for her. And first one of the game. Goes. There we go. Pass up, not a lot of hope there out of the front. Almost there, just a little more communication on the Eagles' part there. They could have had that. Weber again. Whistle by the official, not really sure what they're talking about now. Looks like it'll be a replay. So nothing hurt there. Here goes Weber again. A little deeper. Just right off the arms. That's a solid serve. Second ace serve for Weber this game. Good start for the Jayhawks here. There we go. Eagles pass it up. Trying to play out of that middle. Great job by Schaefer and Nuring. Great job. Good movement by Nuring. Eagles try to play it there, and that'll be forward. Had a decent dig after the block there. Almost had it up, almost had it over, but just not quite. Good job. Nuring and Schaefer really connected on the block there. That'll be another ace serve for Peyton Weber. 16-2 for the Jayhawks. pushing them. We'll see if she does it again, or maybe she'll switch it up and roll it short if she pushes them back. Go. Eagles got some help there. This is going to be a tough angle. Nope, not quite. Eagles try to chase it down. Not quite there. Looks like we're getting a substitution on the Eagles side for some service leave here. Weber to serve again. Good serve right at the new player. Right idea. That's the right idea. Not a bad pass, just tough for the setter to get there. Right idea by Peyton. You get a new girl in. Let's see if she's ready for it. This is where free balls become a big thing. You got to be ready for it to come right back over. So hopefully the Jayhawks are staying focused here. Good push by Clayton. Out of way. Put it right where they're not. A lot of people love to go up and kill those, and that's great. That gives you a high percentage of getting in the net as well, which means you lose the point. So great job by her to play it smart and put it right where they're not. No need to kill it when you can get the point more efficiently. Looking back at stats for the Jayhawks for the year, Daly Donnelly's done a great job at setter there. She's got 37 assists, doing really well in the Class 2A. You know, she's got those big hitters in Mead, Schissel, and Schaefer right there for her. Great passer, and Morgan Crawl. She's got quite a few digs. Really, overall, the team looks like they're really spreading the ball out well, and passing, serving, everything. Serving efficiency is almost at a 93%. Pretty good, but I'm sure we can get a little bit better. But so far, looking at Weber in this game, I'm sure this game will help their stats as well. That's, I believe, 3 aces for Weber. She's been serving probably about 14 points. So she's been really moving the game along here. Solid serves, but like I said, this is where we really want to watch that the other team could have a really, you know, bad overpass, and if we're not paying attention, we're not ready. Could lose it, but just got to stay focused here too. Looks like the Eagles are doing another substitution. And the way they're lined up, looks like they'll have another one right after it. Looks like they're putting in that. Nope, they did put one in the front row and changed one out for serve receive in the back row. Let's see where Weber goes on this one. Officials just look like they're trying to sort something out at the table, make sure all the subs are good to go. And here we go. Good serve. That was a new player. Good pass by the Eagles there. Good play. Oh, and the official's going to call it for 2 hits there. Just looks like when she pushed the ball over, her hands weren't equal, they weren't together. There's Weber again. That'll be another hit for Weber. They're going after him. Team's doing a nice job pepping up Weber there, keeping her going. 22-2 here. Only a couple more points. Oh. It was a long run. You hate to see it end that way, but she did a great job. Like I said, I think she's got 4 aces. And Morgan Crawl comes in. She's the libero. She's the one wearing the different colored jersey. And that's because she is the libero and she can do that. So, to add that extra defensive specialist to stop slowing down the game themselves. The official called the line violation. Clayton Ridge's server stepped over the line. I will admit, on our orange basketball court, that line's a little weird, but still can't cross it. So Jesup gets the ball right back. 23-3, only 2 points to go. Ava Maker substituted in. She's serving here. Here it comes. Good pass by the Eagles. Good set up. Gonna swing for it there. Great job. Good pass. Set something up. Got away. Good job. Carmen Marion puts it away. Right out of the middle. Good job. Good adjustment. Looked like we were a little out of rotation on that one, but Carmen came through. Donnelly had a nice set. Put it away. Here comes the game point serve. Good And set it up, free ball here. Let's see if we do something. See if we do something. There we go. Right idea. That's great. That's great. On that free ball, you really want to try for those other quicker sets. You don't want to go for the easy ones. You want to really try and work on your quicks. Those are a lot harder. Work on any faster sets. So that's game 1 there. Jesup takes it 25-2. We're about to start up game 2 here, the J-Hawks versus the Eagles. It is a triangular, so they only play best of 3. So these first 2 games, it's really crucial to win them. You don't want to go to that 3rd set, not the first team you play. You don't want to wear yourself out. Coming out the huddles here. It was a little quicker than I'd like, so I wasn't able to get Clayton Ridge's lineup from the start. So well see if they make some adjustments, if we're able to tell. But looks like the J-Hawks are pretty well sticking to theirs, which is great.
I can't believe it.
You just want to give those players some repetition, get them some good practice, get in there, different game situations. Every team you play is going to have a different play set, a different, game plan. So it's a good idea to just keep them the same. Unless you're trying to get some other girls some playing time, which I'd be anxious to see what Coach Bass does here. So
you guys could practice at the Booster Club during.
I think we're with you. So
I think it's going to be me,
We've got a couple big senior positions we're going to have to replace next year. Actually 3. Sarah Mead, our big outside hitter, leader in kills. Morgan Crawl, our libero there. Like I said, she's our designated defensive specialist, so she gets to rotate in the back row for 2 different people, which just, like I said, saves the game from slowing down from substitutions. It also gives players more of an opportunity to play. And so, Jesup looked like they were coming off the court. Not really sure why. Looks like the officials are getting ready to go and wanting to read lineups. So, Morgan crawls in. We're good to go there. Looks like Clayton Ridge already got checked too. Donnelly back to start. Yeah, those 3 seniors, Donnelly, Mead, and Crawl, are going to be some big shoes to fill. So I'd be interested to see if Bass gets him some more playing time today or anytime soon. Looks like the officials are just about ready. And here we go. J-Hawks to start serving. Donnelly first. Great serve. Down, hit the floor. That's a tough one. It's almost hard to see unless you're right there, but you can also hear the ball hit the floor. Also the way that it moves, but good start. Ace serve there for Donnelly. Another tough serve. That's tough. It's hard to tell when you're looking at it from certain angles, but other ones you can tell that ball moves, and when it's coming that fast, you don't have that long to decide. There it goes again. That was a great pass by Eagles there. Their middle coming in. Great attack by her. Jesup. Great job. Nothing too strong, nothing too hard. She just had a good solid hit there. She saw a hole. Eagles didn't close their block, and she went for it. Eagles are a pretty short team too as well. We don't have a ton of height ourselves, but Eagles really don't have any. Ooh, down again for that back corner. Just missed it by about a foot there. Really great idea and really almost connected, but you know, you don't like to see those service errors, but also in games like this, it's time to go for it, it's time to practice. So, great job by her, smart move. I won't say that much on a serving error, but she had the right idea and just barely missed it. Crawl push back on that one, puts Donnelly out of position, but Mead, yep, just needed a little bit higher, a little bit more. Otherwise, she would have had a great. They were not ready for that block. I even just made that comment that the Eagles aren't that tall, but you still got to play smart. Doesn't mean they can't jump. Jesup went for it, hard swing, and Eagles were right there. I'm sure the Jayhawks will learn from their lesson, but a good little wake-up play there. Here comes the Eagles. Jesup overpass. Eagles going for it. We're a little out of transition here, but we're recovering. Jesup, good swing, good swing. That's a little off the net, but Jesup still connects. When I say we're out of transition, they're trying to get to their other spots. During serve, receive, and serving, you have to stay in your spot. You can't overlap behind you, and you can't overlap next to you. But that's not always where players want to play, so they'd like to transition to where they want to hit from. And sometimes in plays like that, when it comes over fast, it puts you out of position. Mead with the smart idea there, didn't have a great set. This is a hard angle, but Eagles connect. Ooh, must have been outside the antenna. No, we're gonna get called for a double hit on that one. That's pretty tough. That double hit's really gotten to the Eagles tonight. You gotta have that good, solid set there. And Jesup again with the jump serve. Oof, just missed that one. Just missed. Good solid serve. That's all right. Again, these are the times you want to practice. Just won 25-2, so you might as well try what you want to try. 19 for the Eagles back. Carly Weil again. Going in for the serve. Deep ball. Really pushed back. Great play by Donnelly. Good swing by Mead. That was a great play. Not exactly what they want to do. Weber back to serve. Oh, that's 2 in a row. Yeah. Not your favorite thing you want to see. Jayhawks still up 6-4. But missing services, handing points right back over to them, so not ideal. 18 for the Eagles. Erica Ceruza. Crawl with the pass. Great pass. Great pass. Carmen did that. Yep. She made that work. Oh, great job by Schaefer. Way to play your position. Mead had to come in, played it smart. Oh, they found a spot there. Number 10, Lydia Pierce with the Eagles' first kill. We were out of transition there. We had some good passes, but also had a lot of movement that put us out of our positions we wanted to be in. Girls did a good job of recovering, but we weren't that aggressive. That was a great pass again there. Mead with the good swing. Here we go out of the middle. Just didn't get her body turn. Went for a decent approach, but didn't get her body turn. Ball goes out. Here comes Schaefer. Little jump float. There we go. Great movement. Great spot. That's a hard spot to hit on a serve. She did a great job. See if she does it again or tries for another spot. Goes for deep on that one. Smart play. Smart play by a server. Oh, tough play by Jesup. That was right on the line. That was a tough one. That's really hard too. After your player serves and they come in to recover and coming in, finding in that transition, it's easy to find holes by the other team. So good play by the Eagles there. Serving by the Eagles is Olivia Gort. Pass by Crawl. Good job. Good setup. Back row set to Schissel. Good play. Good time to try that. Front row's been a little out of transition. Schissel's in the back row. You want to practice those things because those are going to come up in games big time, and you want to make sure you're still being aggressive. You don't want to always tip over when you're out of transition. So great play by the Jayhawks there. Right idea. Oh, good job by the Eagles. Here comes Schissel from the front row. She rotated up front, puts it away there. 2 kills in a row by Schissel there. Great movement, doing well. We've also got number 10, Kylie Herget-Miller in. She must have substituted for Schaefer there. Sarah Mead back to serve. Great jump serve. That hers does float a little long, but the Eagles decide to play it and trying to tip that over. Couldn't stop herself. Number 1 was in the net. Sarah Mead again. Let's hope she gets it down here. Otherwise, you want the Eagles to play it. We'll see how this goes. That's better. She got on it that time. That's a tough serve when she does that. Drops down like that, it's hard to get under it. It's a lot of movement coming in fast. Timeout by the Eagles here, wanting to regroup. Jayhawks are up 12-6. Not quite the lead we had last time. Eagles they're making improvements. They've had a good, decent swings on the ball. They're really looking for some holes, and Jesup's getting caught on their heels a little bit. So, got to make sure we're always staying focused. Looking some more at some stats too. Clayton Ridge didn't have a lot from last year, but they had to replace a lot of seniors. So, I think I said that before. They had a lot of seniors carrying their team, so they had a lot of replacements and. Not the best start probably to their year, but they've still got a long ways to go. It's pretty early in the season, and these triangulars are a great way for these high school teams to, get some good reps in really quickly and easily. Only 3 games, like I said, best of 3. So could play 2, could play 3. It's not a lot. Then they'll play another team in the same night. Really gets those reps in, really gets you playing, figuring out those lineups, figuring out those positions. So now we're back here to start the game. Mead back to serve again. She's got that floater serve, but she does have topspin on it. So, yeah, that one floated long and just couldn't decide. I mean, even from this angle, it was hard to tell. I didn't know if it was going to roll down or float long. And, I mean, you only got a split second to decide. And that's tough. That is tough. Mead again here. Let's hope she can keep it up. Nice, solid serve. That one went down. Oh, play it off. They can play off the building. They can play off that as long as it stays on their side. Schissel a little back. She really adjusted on that one. She was really far out. Set came further in, so she really had to adjust. Good play. Good play. Not everything's going to work out perfectly. It's how you adjust. So good job there. Clayton Ridge adjusted for the ball hitting the mat on their side, and they made it work. So there it goes. Oh, here we go. We're going to have another free ball here. Coming in short. Great play by Mead. Good movement. That away by Nuring. Way to play that. Like I said, those free balls are where you want to practice. That's not a normal middle set. She moved off to her left a little bit. Donnelly gives her a little bit more of a shoot set, which is a bit of a straighter set. It's different. It throws defenses off and really causes confusion for the block, which opens up, hopefully kills just like that one. Oof. That was tough. That was tough. That was a hard one. I know it's probably hard to see on the camera, but that really dropped in the end. All right, we got number 11 coming in here, Ava Maker. Coming in for Kylie Herget-Miller. Like I said, Bass is throwing in those subs. You want to get people experience because you're going to need a lot more down the road. Great save. Great save by the Eagles there. Number 9, behind the back tip. Jeepers. The Jayhawks dig it up. Donnelly caught him sleeping. Caught him sleeping. We've done a lot of movement, a lot of transition, and like I said, I really feel like that shoot quick set there to Nuring really opened that up too, because you got those blockers really nervous about those hitters moving around, and they don't always remember the setter. Great kill by Donley. Going for a play by the Eagles. Great job. I don't know if they can count that completely as a block, but if someone's going to mark it down in the stat book, I'm sure we'll take it. Looks like a lot of net, but hey, they also had to power it over, so definitely take it. Here goes Mead again. She's still serving. Great serves. Clayton Ridge is really, they're learning. They're putting the ball back up in good positions here. Good push out by Donley. Schissel, roll off the net. Watch it. Yep, she saw that tip coming over. Nuring again in the middle, and she saw that open right side. Great idea. That's hard to recover on the Eagles side. She saw how far back that girl was and saw she was kind of set up in the block there. Smart decision by Nuring. Mead again. Still that jump serve. Pretty tough, but Clayton Ridge is putting it together, like I said. Yep. That one just floated long. That's tough. That's tough, but I mean, Mead was serving there for 8-9 points, so good job. Number 9 coming in, Brenda Brady. Looks like she's going to get some time in the back row here. Get a little experience. Mead's done a great job, so this is a good opportunity for her to get some reps in. Great pass. Come in off the bench and have a great pass like that. Good job. Good set by Donley. Oh, just a miss hit. Great save by the Eagles over there. Great save. I know it didn't result the way they wanted to, but I mean, that's effort. That's a lot of effort. It's hard to do that sometimes when you feel like you're not playing your greatest, but a lot of good effort over there by the Eagles. Morgan Krall coming in. Again, she's that libero. She substitutes for 2 different people, but she can only serve for 1. So this is her time. And with Peyton Weber serving about 16 points last game, we didn't get to Krall. So here she goes. Nice. Doubled up a couple girls. Here comes the Eagles. Man, right idea. Just a little miss hit, but like I said, it really looks like Clayton Ridge is putting it together. I know the score isn't really showing it, but they're really showing improvements here. So that's promising for them. There goes Krall again, pushing it back further this time. Free ball again. Let's see what we do here. Let's see what we do. Oh, that's the right idea. Hey, Clayton Ridge saw that, but my goodness, what a great shot by Schissel. You don't always have to do that bump set spike, and that's a perfect example of that. If you see that defense on their heels, too far away, not in the corner, shoot it. It's a kill for her. There goes Krall. Close to the net. Close. Nope, not quite. Oh, Donley should have let. There we go. Schissel off the block, but out. Schissel off the block, but out. I'd really like to see her turn one to the line here. I know she's got to get the set for it, but she's got the movement for it, that's for sure. Here comes Krall again. We've done a lot of angle tonight. Again, you want to work on your different shots too. So different types of sets, different shots. You usually go left, Oh, off the ball. That's good. That's playable. That is playable. That is almost one of the crazier points you could have won. Off the head. It doesn't matter where it hits you on the body. As long as you don't carry it, another player can hit it. Yep. Right off Weber's head. Schissel tried. Almost had it. Here comes the Eagles. We're out of transition now. See what we do. That's all right. That's going to happen. Here we go. Not bad by the Eagles there. Get that pushed up. Schissel moving in. There we go. Yep. That's a good one. That block stay line on her. You got to go angle. All right. Here comes number 20, Colby Roberts. Getting some time in the front row here. I know it is game point here, but hopefully she's able to get a set, do something here. Great up, Schissel down. Yep. Well, that happened pretty quick, but I could tell what was going to happen there. And that's the game. Jesup wins 25-8. Anyway. Great game. The Eagles, like I said, they were looking like they were putting it together there in the end. Just takes time. You gotta find the right mix. That's hard. And when you meet a bunch of good servers, Jesup's got some good servers. Like I said in the beginning, we've got a decent efficiency. Not like the most aces, but when you're solid and you get a lot of attempts, I mean, that's better than anything. And Jesup threw a lot of things at Clayton Ridge, and that's the first thing you need is a pass. So getting them to get that up. So, but Jesup did a great job moving the ball around. Like I said in that second game, Coach Bass got some other players in, getting some experience in. It's games like this, especially in the beginning, you want to get people in, get them some experiences, especially when you feel like you can. So great job by the Jayhawks. Good job by the Eagles. Coming up next is going to be Maquoketa Valley versus Clayton Ridge here. So Clayton Ridge, I'm sure, will just take a break, and Maquoketa Valley is going to do their warm-up.
all the way up.
You are watching Jesup High School Athletics on the J-Hawks Sports Network from Heartland Technology. Good evening. We're back again here at the Hawks Nest above the South Gym at Jesup Community School in Jesup, Iowa. And again, we're still here for that varsity volleyball triangular. So there's 3 teams. Jesup already played Clayton Ridge. Now Clayton Ridge is going to be playing Maquoketa Valley. I'm Lacey Meyer, and I want to thank them again here, producer Anthony Baugh, camera operator Eric Clark, for the work they're doing behind the scenes here. And pretty soon they're not going to do any lineup announcements again, so they're just going to get right into it here. Maquoketa Valley's first out there. Clayton Ridge just coming off that loss to Jesup here just minutes ago, so we'll see how this starts out, if they change up their lineup a little bit. Kind of looks like they did. Hard to tell. We don't stop for lineups, but looks a little different. Maquoketa Valley in warm-ups. Looks like they were putting some good swings on the ball. Had some good movement. We'll see how it goes. I know they've got some good players coming in here. They were leading the they were either in the top 5 for digs, kills, multiple categories. So we'll see how this all plays out tonight. And here we go. Clayton Ridge to start serving right off the bat, out of bounds. Free point to Maquoketa Valley. Looks like number 5 there, Cameron Paris, junior, going to start serving for Maquoketa Valley. A little bit of a jump serve. That dropped a lot. That is tough. That is tough. If you're a Jayhawk fan, you know Sarah Mead and Marley Schissel do that jump serve as well. That can drop like that. And those are tough to get. See if Clayton Ridge can, looks like they move forward a little bit. That one pushed them back, but good up there. Much better, good movement, good transition. Good pass by the libero to the right side. Double hit by the right side there. Just a little too much movement on her part. But the setter pass took her out of position. Libero tries to set up to the right side, right idea. Just got that double hit. Here comes Clayton Ridge with a serve. Backed up the libero, great pass, good back set. Great movement. They had 2 hitters back there trying to throw off the blockers. That really works. Again, I'd call that another trick play in volleyball. You're going at the same time. The blockers don't know where to go until that ball comes. And that setter did a quick back set. It's hard to follow as a blocker. Here comes a jump serve again. Clayton Ridge is picking up on these. They've done a good job. You know, they practiced their serve receive a lot in the warm-up there, it looked like, and they're really picking them up. Almost put it together there. Number 20 from Maquoketa Valley, Grace Richter. Going for another jump serve here. Got that one up. Setter chases it down. Free ball over from Maquoketa Valley. Pretty short. That middle's got to play it. She did. Good set. Right idea. Tip there in the middle. Didn't have the great set. Did the right thing. Tried to tip where they weren't. Point Maquoketa Valley. Richter again for the serve. Going deep. Clayton Ridge picked it up. Good job. Outside attack, really well put together there. Just missed. Probably their best offense I've seen so far. They're really starting to put it together. Like I said in the last game, it just takes reps. It's the beginning of the season. It's really early. Looks like they're really trying out their lineups, and they're getting it. So good serve there. Free ball over. Takes setter out of position. That's also what I said in the Jesup game. You got to watch. I know it seems like you're serving well on them, but it takes one ball to come over, and if you're not completely focused, that'll happen. So Clayton Ridge to serve. Carly Weil again. Great, good up by Maquoketa Valley there. Setter's a little out of transition, but great swing out of the middle. Number 3, Lainey Beeman, senior. She had good movement. Middle blocker's right there in the middle. She just turned it a little right. That's all she needed to do. So Maquoketa's serving again. Over to Clayton Ridge. Getting it up. Put a swing on the ball. Good job. Setting that outside. She's really coming in. Touched it on accident. That was going pretty deep. Almost trying to get out of the way, but also trying to make a play on it, and just couldn't decide which one, and just decided too late. That Beeman's got a solid hit. Served by the Wildcats, going deep. Good movement by the Eagles. And again, hey, great play, great dig. Great job by the, hey, and 15 put a good swing on it there. Mara Dushin-Toma. Nicely done. Good play on it by the Eagles. They really played that up. Beeman thought she had a kill there, pushing it off to the side where the Eagles weren't, but the Eagles picked it up. Great job. Number 8 again to the libero. That setter's got a good set there. Trying to come around that right side for a slide. Didn't quite connect. Oop. Tough decision there. A little touch by the block. Throws off the ball. Point Eagles. Kira Felder to serve again. Going deep, pushing the defense back. Ooh, looks like a little miscommunication between the setter and the hitters there. That's all right. They put it back over. Good swing on the ball by the Eagles. Oops, setter tried to dump. Couldn't quite get it. Bad hard angle. That was tough. Wildcats are really trying things, but it doesn't always work out. Eagles are just trying to stay solid in their game. Felder to serve again. Good pass by the Wildcats. Good swing out of the middle, touched by the block. Good job by the Eagles there. Not the most height, but if you track down that ball, you can still block just like that. Got to track down that ball and get there. Great job. Oh, I don't think there was a touch on that, but they'll take it. Oh, great dig by the Eagles. Good save. Good dump over. Here it comes. Watch the ceiling. That away. Well played. Someone's going to put a swing on it. There we go. Way to be aggressive. Setting that back row. They're working on that as well. Time to practice. You also want to throw different things into defense. Don't want to keep it the same. Setting that outside. That Beeman's going for the middle, and she found it. Nice little dump in the middle. Doesn't always take that hard swing. You find that spot, you go for it. Good roll shot there. Pushing him to the back. Sets over. Good try by the, oh, in the net. In the net there by the setter, Macy Nolan. Right idea, but just caught it. Number 2 in to serve for the Eagles, Olivia Gort. Coker to serve receive. Getting it up. Movement by the hitters there. I don't know if you notice one girl go in the middle and one follow right after. Again, another trick play. You're throwing off that defense. Not only do the blockers not know where the ball's going, but neither do the back row. It's hard to cover. And great swing there. Great swing by number 5. Libero serving. Little jump serve there as well. Pulls her off the net. Still putting a swing on it there. Great job by that number 15. She's really being aggressive. Free ball over. Good shot over. Great idea. Great idea by Cameron Paris. Free ball over, but you don't got to give it to him nice. Give it to him low and fast and try and put it in a spot they're not, and it works just like that. Here comes the libero again. Served right to the middle. Right, Eagles got it up. 15 putting a good swing on it. She got a kill. About time. She deserves it. Mara Dushin-Toma. She's going to go back to serve. Good solid swing. Eagles are really getting the ball up better. Really giving their setter some better position. Jump serve there. Maquoketa. Pass the ball up. Swing by 20. Out of bounds. Good swing by 20. Just a little too far. Didn't quite get on top of it. 15 to serve again for the Eagles. Going a little deep, and it did. Yep, that'll be out. Point Wildcats. Sub coming in for the Wildcats. Callie Freiberger. Here goes their setter, Macy Nolan. Running a 5-1, I'm pretty sure, which means she's going to set from every position in the court. That's all she's ever going to do. Coming out of the middle. Great block by Maquoketa, but way to put it together by the Eagles. Good aggressive attack. Roll in the middle. Miscommunication there. Miscommunication, but also putting it where they're not, so. Here comes that Macy Nolan. Ooh, just barely got it. There we go. That works too. Little hustle. Good hustle by the setter. Free ball over to the Eagles. Let's see what they do with it. Good swing, touch. Yep. That one was tough. It's a tough play. I think the Wildcats touched it on the block. Almost looked like it was going to go out of bounds. But because the blockers touch it, libero has to go for it. Wildcats libero, McKenna Minert. Got 25 digs before this match started. Doing pretty well. That's a solid number for this early in the season. Get the ball up, right side. Really sharp angle she was going for there. Not a bad idea. Tough to execute though. Ball to the Eagles. Emery Ostrander. That's out. Giving the ball right back to the Wildcats. Wildcats are up 14-10. Eagles are really battling here. They're really pulling it together. Must not have been awake that first match. Really coming alive. Great pass. Good hard serve. Great pass. Putting a good aggressive swing on it, but out of bounds. That's hard. The ball traveled on the outside of that pin, on the outside of that antenna there. It can't do that, so that's where the line judge waves the flag and alerts the officiant. Good pass up. Gonna have to put it together here. Almost the same play, but must have got it in the pin. Moving, a lot of movement. That right side came to the middle. That middle went to the right side. A lot of transition there, a lot of extra movement, but if it throws off your blockers and defense, it works just like that. Wildcats to serve again. Not a bad up. Here we go. See if they can put something on it. Good swing. Barely in. That's rolling down there. That's going out. That was a tough one. That libero played that pretty deep. It looked pretty close, but you got to listen to your teammates on that one. It's always safer to play it as well. Looks like the Eagles are taking a timeout here. Wildcats are up 17-10 on a minute timeout. Like I said, those Eagles are really battling back. Again, this will be the best of 3. So we'll see how this plays out, if there has to be a third. First 2 games to 25, third to 15. Looking at it too, looking at the stats for the state, the Wildcats here have one of the highest efficiencies for serving in the state. So they're not going to make a lot of errors. So you're going to have to make them make errors in other areas. So they don't have a ton of aces, but do have a high efficiency there with quite a few attempts too. So number 5 back to serve again, Cameron Paris. She's one of their top kill leaders. Great pass up by the Eagles. Set to the middle. Little roll shot in. Wildcats have it up, setting that outside through the block. The Eagles were there, just didn't push over. Didn't penetrate that block, and Wildcats get the kill. Paris to serve again. Going deeper. Just got to get it over now. Like I said, on that serve receive, you can double hit, just not on anything else. And that was a kill in by the middle there. Number 20, Grace Richter. She's also one of their kill leaders. Wildcats to serve. See what Clayton Ridge does on the serve reception. Great pass. Good setup. Here we go. That's got almost out of bounds. Point Wildcats here. They're up 20-10. See if she gets any more aggressive with this serve. No. Oh. A little bit of a difficult pass there. Setter wasn't able to track it down. Wildcats again. Paris is on a run here. Oh. Looks like the Eagles decided to take a substitution. Number 10, Lydia Pierce is coming in. Nope, got that wrong. That would be 16. Ava Vonderhaar. Looks like they're giving her a shot in the back row. There we go. How to pass up, bring it in. Way to bring it in, good play, yep. Oh, that was the right idea. Right idea trying to go at that. But like I said, sometimes it's just easier instead of being aggressive and just trying to put it where they're not. Paris still serving. A lot of effort there from the Eagles. From Ostrander, just couldn't quite get there. That'll be a serve there for Paris. Substituting again, 13's coming in for 5. Gabby Wilker. Good solid serve. Eagles get the ball up. Setting in between the middle and outside. See what movement they do this time. They did it again. You just gotta, as a blocker, you gotta watch those hitters. And then the main focus is where the ball is. At the end of the day, you don't care where that hitter goes. You just need to know where that ball's going. Clayton Ridge hasn't done a terrible job tracking it down. And that'll be an ace serve to end the game for Paris. Wildcats take the first, 25-10. Looking at the Maquoketa Valley's stats here as well. I know they were leading well first in solo blocks. They've got 14 on the year. It's pretty good when they've only had three matches played before this game. That's pretty solid. That solo block means that only one person went up on that block, and they got the point from it. So that ball connected on the other side. It's a pretty solid stat to have. They're doing well. They're 4th in the state in kills for 2A. 4th in total blocks for 2A. A couple of those teams they're trailing are Dyke, New Hartford, and Wapsie Valley, and those two teams are in Jesup's conference. So definitely some tough competition coming up here for the Jayhawks, getting into conference play soon. So if they can outplay this Maquoketa Valley team, that's a pretty good sign. So that'll be Jesup J-Hawks and Maquoketa Valley next for that 3rd game. So that'll be a really telling game, but also, you know, it's good practice. You learn. As long as you improve, that's the main point. So before we start this second set here, looks like, oh, not quite ready. But yeah, Maquoketa Valley's got a really great serving percentage, couple of them. I mean, a lot of attempts too, so that's a good sign. You know, it's easy to have an easy efficiency when you serve 3 times. But when you've served almost 30 and have a high efficiency, that's pretty good. So they're pretty consistent. Clayton Ridge did much better on their serve reception this time. Really got that ball to their setter a lot more. Had a lot more plays on the ball, and were really aggressive. And that's what you have to do. And that's how they got their most points here for the night on that game. So good job by them. Hopefully they're able to connect some more here going into this second game. Yeah, that Macy Nolan too, the setter from Maquoketa Valley. She's got, before the start of tonight, she had 37 assists. That's pretty solid. But so did Daly Donnelly, so keeping pace there. Keeping pace. Looks like the Wildcats are ready to start game 2. Get it moving. Hopefully the Jayhawks are watching. Like I said, this will be a team, if they're able to connect on a lot of those hits, you really got to watch their transitions between hitters and where they're moving. But again, at the end of the day, it's where the ball goes. So you just want to track and make sure you're in a good position to put that block up where the ball is. Clayton Ridge had a little difficulty closing those blocks. They are a bit shorter, but they were there and they connected on a decent amount. So looks like Maquoketa's lineup is good. Their libero's in. Server to the line. Looks like it's Elena Latham. Going for that serve. She must be setting that. Macy Nolan is on the bench, so either she's running the 5-1 or they're going to run a 6-2. Clayton Ridge connected on that block. Like I said, track that ball. There it goes. Clayton Ridge to put some on it. There we go. Kill for the Eagles there. They did a nice job connecting on that block, coming together, penetrating the net, pushing the ball back over. Looks like they're giving that Elena Latham a chance for setter here. Like I said, we'll see if it's a 5-1 or a 6-2. 6-2 meaning there's two setters, but we'll have to keep going to see. Good pass by the libero by the Wildcats. A little early jump by that middle, but she recovered with putting it where they're not. Good tip there, right idea. Number 3 in, Lainey Beeman in the front row. And Cameron Paris, that went on that huge run at the end of the game, is back to serve again. We'll see how this goes. Almost. Just lost it under her feet there. Another ace serve. Oof. Hitting that middle back pretty hard. Good serves by Cameron. They're pretty hard. Right in between players is tough. Takes a lot of communication. Right back at the same spot. Eagles were able to bring it up. Oh, that's a good one. That number 10 there. Lydia Pierce. Got a kill. Again, it doesn't always take the hardest swing. You just got to find those open spots. Number 19, Carly Weil back to serve for the Eagles. Libero pass for the Wildcats. Setter, oh man, Beeman almost had a great save. Behind the back punch out. Almost made it over that net. It's really hard to do with that closed fist. You don't have a lot of control, but she really almost had it. Eagles back to serve again. Ace serve. Ace serve there. You see that Beeman stuck her foot out? That's a legal play. If it plays up off her foot, they can play that ball over. So that's the best effort she had, so she stuck her foot out. Not the worst idea, but not a good position you want to be in. Ooh, out of bounds there. Point Wildcats. Libero's out. Number 9, Ava Nipper's in. Number 20, Grace Richter to serve for the Wildcats. Ooh, setter set it up. Looks like there was miscommunication. No one knew who to go, or no one knew who was going. Thought maybe they were going to try for a back row attack. Richter again. Going straight for that middle. She looks like she's playing up to try and take more balls. Ooh, missed the setter in the net, but Beeman gets the kill. Setter had a hard job on that one, brought it out. Got the ball up, Beeman put it away. Richter going short left that time. Took a lot of movement by the serve receive there, just couldn't quite get there. She served middle 3 times, went short right another time. Ooh, that was a tough one. I'm sure she probably thought that was coming a little higher, but. And that puts the Wildcats up 8-4. And the Eagles are going to take a timeout here. I'd be interested to see how the Eagles' stats have improved throughout these now 4 games here, or 4 games they've had. Started off rocky, which we all know can happen to the best of us. So, but I can definitely say they've improved here, and I'd like to see where their stats have gone throughout the night. Wildcats are a tough team, and they're holding their own. Looks like this Maquoketa Valley team also isn't the tallest, but again, that's not what it always takes. So they've got a lot of movement, a lot of jumping ability. So they've gotten their hands on the ball and some blocks. And if Clayton Ridge could put some more hits together, we'd probably see that on Showcase more. But here comes Richter again for the serve. Looks like everybody's ready to go. There it goes back to the middle. Gonna give a free ball. That's tough. That's tough. You want to be aggressive, but you also got to get that ball over. It's hard to know. But when you're backing up like that, probably your best bet, just pass that ball over. Richter with a little jump this time. Good swing there. Good swing by the middle, number 10, Lydia Pierce, but looks like the Wildcats were in the net. Number 18 for the Eagles, Erica Sarazia. Oh, that's unfortunate. Get the ball back and serve it in the net. That's a tough time. It's one of those things when you get that ball, especially in a tough situation, you want to make sure you do everything you can with it. Number 4, Olivia Ronabaum, back to serve for the Wildcats. Oh, tough right in between 2, and no one knew who was going to take it. Number 4 to serve again. Right to the middle, pass up. Oh, that one's tough. Setter either needs to call her off or call for help. That's where communication is key in the game of volleyball. It's tough to do, but you got to decide early. What about to serve again? Eagles have it up. Middle's going for it. Right to their libero. Good swing there by Beeman. You may wonder why on those almost free ball hits there that someone's going up for the Wildcats. That's just part of good defense. You want to be able to play any short ball or try and block any short ball that they're going to throw at you. So it forces the other team to go higher, up and over, which makes it easier on your defense to pass. Eagles scrambling a little, but putting something together. Number 10's got a kill again. Pierce has got another kill. A little off the net trickery there, but made it work. Wildcats had a hard time recovering. Wildcats up 13-6, but the Eagles back to serve. Olivia Gert. Good pass up by the Wildcats. Dump over by the setter, but the Eagles picked it up, pushing deep. Libero picked it up. Good movement by her from behind the back. Eagles put together that block. That was solid. That was solid. I don't know if you could hear it, but the way that ball hit off those hands, they did what they were supposed to. That was good. Point for the Eagles. 2 back to serve again. Oh. Looks like there's a line violation. That's unfortunate. Eagles seem like they had a little bit of momentum there, but yeah, you can't step over that line. You got to stay behind it. That's the hard part, but you got to really watch that. Pass up by the Eagles. Outside hit. she had the right idea, just wasn't able to execute. Right idea, she saw a hole. Tip wouldn't have been a bad idea there. Number 3 Beeman back to serve for Maquoketa Valley. There it goes. And overpass, but Maquoketa Valley handles. Middle swing to the left. Coming back over. Sets it right back over. Give it to the Eagles, but they're able to dig it up. Great couple of digs, great couple of plays. Yep, somebody was in the net. Looks like the Eagles were in the net there. Good rally, though. Good volley back and forth. Both teams really going for it. Beeman to serve again. Pass up by the Eagles. 15 to put a good swing on it there. Dig up by the libero. Just an overpass. Overpass went into the net, so a point for Eagles. Little sub going in here. 10 for the Wildcats. Aubrey Altoff. Back to serve for the Eagles, number 15, Amara. Here we go. Great job on the pass. Set to the outside. 5 put it away pretty solidly. Very nice swing. That's a tough hit even if the Eagles are in the right positions. She kind of hit that seam between 2 players right on that outside line. That's a difficult pass. Here comes the libero. Good pass by the Eagles. And oh, that's exactly what I said before, why you put up that solo block. If anything comes low and in your realm, you put it right back. Good job by number 5. McKenna Minert to serve again. Pass up by the Eagles. Set to the outside. Outside coming in hot. Watch the ceiling stuff. Good play. It's hard to wait for that. Not going to quite make it. Good effort. That's a tough one when you're chasing down and you don't know if it's going to hit any equipment or anything on the ceiling. Got to try and adjust for that if it does. Makes for a hard time, but so Eagles get the point. Eagles are down 9-18. Number 20 to serve. Ellie Smith. Up by number 10. Outside swing off the net. Just a little roll there. Eagles weren't quite ready for it though. Sub coming in for number 4. Looks like number 16, Jocelyn Kelchin. 13 back to serve for the Wildcats and Elena Leadham. Eagles have a decent pass. Setter gets it up. Tack back over. Libero had to set that one. She cannot use her hands either. Libero set that one because the first ball went to the setter. So when the setter sets, she can't be the first ball and the second ball. So usually the libero steps in. And the libero, like I said, can't use her hands. So she's got to pass it right there. Great pass by the libero. Back set. Great swing by Beeman. Nope, that wasn't Beeman. Paris. Great swing by Paris. Good back set too. Right idea. But Eagles got it right back over. Point Eagles. Camia Millard for the Eagles to serve. Libero pass up. Set the middle. She turned right to the left, and that's exactly where she needed to go. Set was a little too far. She has to follow the setter on those quick sets. So that had them to the right side of the court, which means she can't turn right much. And there was a blocker, so she really had to turn left, and she did exactly what she needed to. Ace serve there for Paris. That's 21-11. Wildcats are up. She went on that run on that first game, so we'll see if the Eagles can put up a defense against her again, or if she'll go on that run again. Oh, it passed outside the antenna. The Eagles could have ran on the other side and played that, but they have to play it outside of the court. Sub coming in. Number 7. All right, here we go for the Wildcats. Paris to serve again. Tough serve right down that middle. I know the Eagles have thrown a lot of different defensive players back there. I think that's about the 4th different one that this server would have seen. Last game they threw a couple other substitutes, but Paris is a tough server. They're having a tough time picking her up. That was a floater, a little more of a floater that dropped, but got that one. Roll shot from the left side. Set to the outside, beaming in, beaming down. Game point for the Wildcats here. Let's see if Paris can end it or if the Eagles can put together a defense. Good jump serve, decent pass. See if the setter can track it down. That was tough. 2 hits, or double hit by the setter there. That's game point. That's the end. Wildcats win 25-11. Looked like the Eagles were putting more together there, but that Maquoketa Valley team's pretty solid. They've got some really great things going for them. We talked about their serving, their kills, their movement. They really tried a lot of different things there with their front row. It's going to throw off a lot of blocks. It's going to throw off a lot of defenses. So we'll have to see how that's going to play out against the Jayhawks here. Hopefully they're able to keep their eye on them and then track down that ball. It's a tough job to do, but it's going to be great practice here. I also like the movement and transitions we were seeing in that second game for the Jayhawks when they were playing the Eagles. Saw more movement, saw more attempts at quicker sets, different sets, movement. You don't want to set the person in the same exact spot every time. The block's going to set up there. She's not going to have a lot of options. So it's a good idea to keep that ball moving. Try different sets, try quick sets, try shoots, try, slides, everything. And Maquoketa Valley did a really good job of doing that. So we'll have to watch how this goes. Hopefully we can put up some blocks. We've got some decent blocks on the Jayhawk side as well. Got a decent amount of solo blocks and some assists. Last year was a little bit more of a solid year blocking wise, but doesn't mean we couldn't do it now. Couldn't add to those stats. Again, it's pretty early. So we'll see how this goes.
And number 21, Macy Nolan. Head coach is Maquoketa Valley and Morgan Nefster. Now for our Jesup J-Hawks, number 2, Sarah Mead. Number 3, Harley Shizzle. Number 6, Addison Schaefer. Number 7, Morgan Crawl. Number 12, Peyton Weber. Number 13, Daylene Donnelly. And number 15 is Carmen Yang. Head coach is Erica Bass. Let's play volleyball.
I don't know if I have enough time here to go through the spiel again, but you are watching Jesup High School Athletics on the J-Hawks Sport Network from Heartland Technology. They did announce the players there, as you all heard, which was fantastic. Made for a little funny there too, not remembering that you really should go high-five the other team, but they got corrected and got in there, got their high-fives, so. Looks like we're moving right along here. Officials are checking lineups. Once those liberos go in, the officials give them the okay, and they are in. Looks like we're ready to go on both sides. I think this is going to be a really good test here for the Jayhawks, especially those middles. Weber and Uring, they're going to have to move. They're going to have to connect with their outsides and right sides on those blocks and really get up solid. Donnelly with the first serve. Good serve, hard to connect there for the Wildcats. Ace serve right off the bat. Good start. Good momentum. Donnelly back again. See what the Wildcats put up for some defense here. Middle had to take it. Little roll shot there. Good movement by Peyton. Good move off to the left. In the net by the Wildcats. Great job by Peyton Weber as she's coming in the right. Defense thinks she's going that way, and she turned and pushed off to her left shot, but she made it work. Donnelly to serve again. Pushing deep. That's a great shot. Great serve. Wide. Could have been out, but it's the right idea. Really being aggressive on the serves there. Left-hand swing. Put it in past the block there. Paris tried to go up that solo block. Didn't penetrate. Schaefer took advantage. Set was a little tight. There wasn't much she could do there, and the block thought they had it, but Schaefer took it away. Got the kill. Donnelly with the serve, pushing back again, but that's an ace. That drops in. I'll give it to the Wildcats. I thought that was going out that time too, but that dropped. Great serve by Donnelly. See what she's got up her sleeve this time. Push those corners. Those defensive girls are they're really up shallow there on those corners. Surprising. Hey, great job there. That's right. If you look at that defense, look at that serve receive. That libero and that outside in the back row there. They're really pushed up. No wonder Donnelly's really going for those corners. Get it up over their heads, and they're going to have a hard time with it. You got to keep it in, though, too. Good pass out of the barrel. Good back set. Couldn't quite get there. Not high enough. Paris in the net. Donnelly again. Jayhawks up 6-0 on a good run here. Need to keep pushing. Stay aggressive. Stay focused. And there it goes for the corner. Oh. Ace serve for Donnelly. Great job. Like I said, those corners. If you saw the Wildcats, they didn't even have time to move for it. She does something like that again, they're really going to struggle. They're not moving too much to those corners either. Must not be too worried about the 2 ace serves she already has on it. Tried to put together a hit on that, didn't quite work. J-Hawks up 8-0. I was just going to say, I wonder if there's a timeout coming. There it is. Great serves by Donley. Really solid start. Now here's the tough part. Coming out of this, they're trying to ice her. They don't want her serving well again. She's had a couple questionable that I think could have been out of bounds, but you always want to play the close one, so I don't blame the Wildcats for taking it. But here's where we need her to keep going. You don't want to miss those serves and give them back to the Wildcats. Like I said before, they're very efficient servers. You don't want to give them those points. You don't want them serving. You want to keep it here. I want to see if there's anything they change in their defensive strategy here in the back row for serve receive. Those sides are really pulled up, but they're staying there. See if Donley keeps pushing. She can go up and over. It'd be great. Do it again. That's what they wanted to do. Ice the serve there, but that's all right. Sometimes out of the timeout, you almost want to just that easy shot over, but that's okay. Paris to serve. She's out of the front row. She's one of their bigger hitters, so not a huge loss there, getting her out of the front. Schissel to put a swing on it. A little too much. A little too much. Didn't have exactly what she wanted there for that swing. Gave it a little bit more than she should have, but that's all right. Maquoketa Valley had a good block on it anyways. Paris to serve again. Good pass. Great pass by Mead. Good pullover by Peyton. Way to still play that set. You'll notice Peyton followed the setter because that's a quick set. You got to follow. We did a different one. Okay, dug up, go. Oh, okay. That's tough. She followed the setter on that one, Weber did. And then Schaefer was right there. Kind of pushed right into the block. Maquoketa Valley had her number on that one. Paris to serve again. Morgan Crawl with a great pass. Good job, Schissel. Oh, no touch on that. Ball goes out, ball sails. It's pretty hard. She's come flying in from the side. A little bit of a shorter set. Had to really come into the court on that one. Paris again. J-Hawks are really digging her serve. That's great. If you remember watching her with the Eagles. Yep. Not really getting on top of the ball here. Really sailing it. Just kind of pushing it. Really might need to switch up those sets. Serve receives, really getting that ball up well. Until I say that. That's all right. That Paris is a great server. She was really, I think she scored about 17 on the Eagles there that first game. She's a great server. We had it here, had one lapse. Look to the defense to get a good pass here. See if we move the ball around a little bit. Oh, Crawl made a tough decision, but we recovered. Mead recovered. Good job. Way to keep going. Oh, too much indecision there. And the Wildcats are within one. Too much indecision. Someone just needed to make a decision and go for it. Take that ball, be aggressive. A little bit too much on our heels on that. Great up by Mead. That was a tough get. Weber comes for it. Great shot. Picked up by the Wildcats. 20's going for it. Crawl. Almost had it. Not quite there. Not quite there. Should have read that a little better. Richter really kind of called out her shot there. We'll just have to watch that a little bit more. Block needs to close a little bit more, and we'll get there. Good pass by Crawl. Let's set it up. Peyton out of the middle. She's tipped left 3 times now. We're going to need to switch this up. Maquoketa Valley's got that number now. Right idea. She swung. She swung. Not her best, but better than a tip to the left. That's the right idea. We're going to need to switch this up. Maybe we'll see a setter dump here. We need to see something change. Yep, she hit that off her wrist. Still made it work. Way to dump it, Peyton. Dumped it to that empty spot. Maquoketa Valley was ready for anything she swung at, but she dropped it short on him. Right idea. That means Schissel's serving. Mead's in the front row now. Let's see what we do for some offense. Get those blocks together for defense. That Setter transition that. Yes, good call. You could almost see that off the hit. That was going out of bounds. Jayhawks played it well. Schissel with the jump. Her libero has it up. It's going to go outside. It's going to have to go hard angle. That's all she had. Setting up in the outside. Mead into the block. They couldn't come up with it. Mead with a kill. Good, hard, solid swing. Just a little nervous because the block almost had it. Schissel here with the jump. Good serve. Puts the setter in a tough spot. And put away by Mead. Again, doesn't take those big hard swings. You find those spots, the defense is on their heels, and you just put it down. Nothing fancy, just smart. Schissel again with the jump serve. Keep it going. Libero picks it up. Setter's going to go outside with it. She's got to run into it. Block transitioned well. Good play out of the back by Schissel. Over to Addison Schaefer. She's got a good. Get up, Peyton. That away. Good up in the middle there by Peyton. She had that one. She had enough time. She was able to do just a bit of a jump approach on it. Put it away. Schissel again with that jump serve. Oh, I was just going to say I was looking for an ace at some point. I was just going to say I was looking for an ace. Didn't want to jinx myself there, but here she goes again. Just want to keep it in consistent. Good pass by the Wildcats, going to that outside. Ready for that tip by Mead. Oop. Weber just a little too close, got a little too aggressive. Sometimes you get a little too hungry on those tips, thinking you can get them. If you don't hold back, you'll end up in the net. 20, Richter back to serve. See what we get for serve receive here. Good one by Schissel. Great back set by Donley, and a great swing by Schaefer. She went more line on it than angle. That worked out really well. Great set by Donley. That's hard. Forward motion with a great back set. Wonderfully done. Here comes Peyton Weber. Back to that back corner. And get up again. Good saves. Maquoketa Valley's not giving up. They're not giving up. Those corners are open, ladies. There we go. Schaefer with another kill. Really well done. Good ball movement. Really setting that right side. That's what we need to do, especially when we've got strong outsides like that. We've got to get the blockers. We got to get that middle blocker thinking we're going to somebody else. Good dig there. Great dig. Going to that middle. Watch. There we go. Nothing beautiful, but played in. That's what we do. Now, got a double hit on that one, darn it. Very well played. Everyone kept their composure. Kept moving to the ball. So close. That's a tough one. Again, those quick decisions are hard, but almost had it there. Serve receive for the Jayhawks. Number 4, Ronabaum, is back to serve for the Wildcats. Great pass by Schissel. Donley to put it up on the outside. Great swing by Mead, and they're going to pass it out. Just makes me a little nervous. They're almost good at connecting on those blocks there on the outside. We might need to do a little something different. Schaefer back to serve. That was going close to out, but they played it. And we'll take that point. Not an ace serve, but we will take that point. Schaefer back to serve again. We've only got 2 hitters in the front wall. Let's see if we can do some movement. Sometimes that's easier for those hitters. Maybe Nuring can do a slide. Got to get a pass for it, though. Schissel back from the back row. Right idea. Right idea. She's almost there. Just a little bit more on top of it. That back row attack's different, as I'm sure you can all tell. Jayhawks got to go straighter more than down. So you got to figure out that timing. Definitely different. Great pass in the back row. Right idea by Donnelly. Watch it by Nuring. And we just weren't ready for that one. Went right to a spot we just weren't ready for. Good try by Kral there. Here we go on the serve receive. Number 3, Beeman. Back to serve. Off the hands. That's okay if you double hit on that serve receive. That's okay. Just not on anything after. That's a tight pass. And that's a great dig. Great dig by Schissel. She read that. Good swing. Watch the free ball. Let's see what we do with it here. Use the ball. Get up. That's a great swing. And now, yep, do it again. Great job. That set moved her a little more inside. They weren't able to set up quite as well of a block. A little more inside. Hopefully next time around, Sarah Mead's able to have a little bit more of a free swing. She's back to serve. Good dig up by the Wildcats there. Kral with the shot. She's got to stay down in front of that 10-foot line, and she does. She does. Sarah Mead coming from that back row, she can't jump in front of that 10-foot line. So if you'll notice, you may have thought, maybe she should jump and kill this. She can't. She was going too far and too fast in. So she did the right thing and put it away for kill, but serves that one out of bounds. Jayhawks up 20-14. This game's going quick, which is crazy to say. It seems like there's a lot of volleys, rallies going on here. A lot of back and forth, which is great to see. Really battling. They're number 2. Libero to serve to our Libero. Morgan. Nuring. That's tough. That's tough. That right side's really tough for that right-handed hitter. If you don't time that well or have that set right where you want it, that's hard to do. Just a little bit of a miss hit can do that to you. But we tried for that right side. That's what we need to do. Great pass in the back row there. Set to the outside. Schissel is hitting behind her head. Gonna have to adjust that. Needs to get on top of that ball. That Kylie Hergert-Miller had that good pass in the back row. Number 2 for the Wildcats, serving again. Back to Kylie, she's ready. And that's exactly what I wanted to see. I wanted to see that line. She did it. She got on top of the ball, really connected. And that block, as you can tell, wasn't there because they're expecting a angle hit because we haven't hit line yet. So it's good to have one of those, keep the blocks honest. Good pass by Maquoketa Valley, a little more back row, but for Richter there. Donnelly setting in the back row to Mead, and that was well played. That's where you'll notice in that back row attack, when she took off, her feet were in back behind that 10-foot line. Well done, well played. Donnelly was off the net. Really didn't have a lot of great options. So that back row attack's another one. That's what you want to have in your back pocket in case you get in trouble like that. To that middle. That 5's got a really great swing. Really great swing. Just missed. But we'll take it. Morgan Kral to serve. Get up. Peyton Weber. That was a little bit of a shock. I didn't think that'd come over either, so a little surprising, but almost had it. Back to serve. Wildcat setter, Macy Nolan. Going to Morgan Kral. See what Donnelly done. Hey, that's a great slide by Weber. Great set by Donnelly. Well played all around. Well done. You want to see that movement. What I mean by that slide, that middle goes from the middle. She goes around and almost like you're doing a layup, and she slides to the back side of the setter. It's a good movement to do to keep those blockers honest and let them know that we've got options. Push to the right side. Wow, Peyton Weber. Push to the right on that. Donnelly, great idea. And that's the game. Jayhawks win 25-17. like I said, that game went a lot faster than I really even noticed. Jayhawks did a lot of great things, put a lot more together in the end, started off aggressive with Donley with an ace, and then just kept pushing from there. Started with that ace, didn't let up, kept going. Maquoketa Valley had some decent runs there. Would put a couple of points together, but the Jayhawks would stop it. So that was good. Maquoketa Valley's got quite the offense. They've got some pretty good defense too. I talked about their blocks, and they're, I believe, 4th in state in 2A. So they've been doing a nice job blocking, and they weren't able to really connect on us for a block there. So, like I said, they sounded like they were having some solid blocks. They're getting close, but as long as we keep moving that ball and changing our hits, we should be doing all right. We just got to keep staying aggressive, especially with those serves. Like I said, you got to watch those serve reception setups. And if you look at it, you'll notice on a couple of those that middle's really deep and the outsides are really pulled in. That's when you want those corner shots. But you have to be a good server and you have to hit it. You don't want to serve it out of bounds and give them a point just because you were trying to be too aggressive. So that's the hard part there. But again, it's the beginning of the season. This is when you want to try things. The triangular, you want to go for it. You want that win, but you also want to practice. So this is some good competition here. So we'll see. This will be a hard game to really throw in many substitutes. I know last time we were winning by a bit more, so it was easier to do. I don't know if Coach Bass will be doing that much this game. I know she'd probably like to take the second game and be done for the night, but we also like our volleyball, and we like to make sure that the girls have some experience too. So we'll see how our strategy goes for this game. Looks like Kylie Hergett-Miller is actually going to start, so there's a little bit of a change. But she was subbing in the back row anyway, so she's been getting good playing time. I will say I was pretty impressed with our passing game. Nothing really had a lot that weren't too far off the net. Really gave Donley a chance to do what she wanted to do. So to be able to do those different movements, those different sets, those quick sets, those slides, anything, you've got to have those passes. So seems like the back row is having a solid, kind of quiet night. Didn't see any fantastic digs or anything like that. The girls are just moving well, getting to their spots and doing what they're supposed to do. So without those passes, Donley wouldn't be able to set, and these hitters wouldn't be able to put it away. So it's been a pretty good all-around night so far. Hopefully we can keep that up here in the second game. Wildcats are to start serving for the game. Macy Nolan, their setter, going short on that one. Hergett-Miller's got a good read on it. Schissel for the swing, and that's better, but they've got it. They didn't quite connect on that last piece. Schissel had it this time. That's what she wants. Great set. Way to track it down by Miller there. Good pass, or good set by Donley. Jayhawks roll for the first point. Donley back to serve again. Back over, Mead with the pass. Weber with the swing. She moved over. Good dig, good dig. I just missed it. Jayhawk upended in the net. Looks like they're calling for number 3, Schissel. I missed it. And I also missed who got an arm on that over there. I think it was Mead. Unfortunately, that won't count as a dig because we lost the point, but heck of an effort. 5 Paris. Oh, that was hard. Again, like those right-handed hitters on the right side, you know, swinging when that set's coming across your body to swing. Same for that left side. Schaefer's has that lefty. It's a little more difficult. Nah, it doesn't come quite as easy. So that one sailed out of the outside the pin, and Erica correctly flagged it as out. Good swing there by Schissel. They got the ball up. We're going to get a free, except for Paris. Peyton Weber almost had that. Got a little lucky with that net roll there. Glad to see Peyton Weber being aggressive up at the net, though. That could have been one that she just blocked right back in their face. She's one of our better blockers. She's that middle, so she's always going to have those higher blocking stats, but being aggressive with that block. Ooh, Good thing we got that touch there because Schissel was sailing that one, but we'll take it. Schissel back to serve now, which puts Mead in the front row. Schaefer's our right side. Peyton Weber's the middle. Crawl's the libero, and Donley is the setter. We're looking good here. Oh. Too much of a free ball on that one. We had two people there and couldn't quite connect. I have a feeling we won't be doing that again. Richter back to serve for the Wildcats. Let's watch the serve reception on the Jayhawks here, see what we do with it. Ooh, that went up a little higher on Mead than she wanted. But Schissel did the right thing. The only thing we had aggressively there was for Schissel to set Mead. Mead was able to put a little hit on it, made it work. Especially from that really far back row angle, that's hard to do. So good work there, girls. Peyton Weber with the serve. Takes the setter off the net. They're gonna have to pass that free. Mead up there, and that's why I've said sometimes swinging at those aggressively, you can't stop yourself and you get in the net. It's hard, and she would have had a kill. But sometimes it's better if you just put it where they're not. It's not always in your best interest, but we'll take that one. Tied up 4-4 here. Watching that. Tracking it all the way to the line. Donley a little closer than I'd like, but well, she stopped herself, so we'll take the point. Peyton Weber back to serve, which means number 15, Carmen Nearing, is back in the middle. Mead on the outside, Schaefer on the right. Coming for another free ball here. See what we do to use it. Donley's there. Mead comes from the middle. It's all right. She let that get a little behind her. It's all right. Right idea. We're being aggressive. Missed what the call was there. But we're back with the ball, and Peyton Weber to serve. Right idea with the push out there by that Beeman. And Nuring, with no block, goes up big. Much quicker set than the defense was ready for there. That's why we like those quick sets. The defense doesn't always have time to get there, and then they don't have time to block all the time, just like that. That's what you want to see. Pass, good set from, and that's it, and that's 4. That was a good one, good block, but they could have kept playing it there. Although the hard part was it bounced off somebody's head, and that counts as a hit. That was going to be a tough one for them to bring back, but great block. Way to connect. Setter chasing it down. Being aggressive on those blocks. Mead was back up. Good set by Peyton Weber. I know as a middle, that's not your strongest part of your game. But she sure did it. She set up Schaefer, and Schaefer put a good swing on it. Jayhawks up 9-4. Maquoketa Valley decides to take a timeout. A little more scrambling this game. Not coming as easily, especially to start here, but definitely a lot of battles. A lot more different positions than we've been in. Some miscommunication. But good movements on the balls. Like I said, Peyton Weber, our middle, setting our right side. That's not a common thing to see. That's fantastic. Donley's had a couple great back sets. Weber did a slide. Sarah Mead tried to hit out of the middle. We're really moving our hitters around, so it really throws off that defense, especially, like I said, with Schissel and Mead being such strong outside hitters. Your teams are going to want to set up against them. But what we want to do is show them that we've also got other strong hitters and we can hit in other positions. So you can't just set up there to try and block. It's not going to be easy. So, and a big part of that being the defense as well. We're having great passing, good serve receive. I think they've only gotten a couple aces on us so far, so great job by our back row to do that. And awesome job on Donley moving the ball around, talking to your hitters, trying to figure out what's going to work best, what they want, what you feel like you can work with. So Peyton again might have to figure out what happens after these Maquoketa Valley timeouts. That's the second time we've served into the net. Morgan crawl back in for Weber. Here comes the serve receive, number 4, Ronabaum, for the Wildcats to serve. Schissel backed up, decent pass. Nuring coming in, great play. She only had one blocker because that other blocker from the right side was waiting to try and block Sarah Mead. So Naring only had one. Great set by Donley. That's why we need to move that ball around. Schaefer with the serve. That's going to be over. She's going to set it to the back row. Yep. Sometimes when you watch other people's movements, you can, oh, that was just missed. Great idea. Great movement. Almost had it. Right idea. I like that we're being aggressive and trying that. Again, this is a great time to do it early in the season. You're ahead. Why not? Especially when you're out of position like that. Number 3, Beeman. Good. Good by Miller. Sarah Mead. Oh, Crawl in there. Crawl was able to get that dig up from the block. Almost had it. Beeman to serve again for the Wildcats. Oop, watch out for the ceiling. Crawl plays it well. Donley to just play it deep. Let your girls get back and get set. Sometimes you may wonder why you pass it so high, free ball over. You want your girls to get set. Donley with the sneak. Right idea. Right idea. So when Donley passed that so high over, it's because her girls had scrambled, her teammates had scrambled so far off the court, you want to get it high so your girls can get back and play defense. You give it to them too easy and they might give it right back when you're not ready. Really far outside set. Paris can't bring it in. Mead to serve again, which puts Schissel on the outside. Donley's going to play that right side. Naring's going to be the middle. See if she does any transition, if she tries to do a slide too. Be great to see. Watch it. Oh, hard part there. Donley played that one a little tough, or it was tough to play, I should say. Herget Miller with the effort, but ran into Donley, and that's tough. Number 2 for the Wildcats, McKenna Minert, back to serve again. Their libero. Little bit of a jump. Crawl handles. Naring goes. Had that block right there. That's that hard part. Don't think she had quite the line of approach she wanted to have on that. Lost sight of the block, and Wildcats were there, but different set and good attempt. Mead with the pass. Donley. A little too close, a little hard. Naring gave it an attempt, but you also don't want to get in the net. And your best bet is to try and punch it out if you can get it. But again, it's hard not to go in the net on some of those sometimes. So Jayhawks are up 12-10. Crawl with the, oh, good effort by Donley. Oh my goodness. Tough, very close, very close. Almost there, good effort, Jayhawks. Almost there. Tough serve. Number 2's a tough server too. Mead bringing it up. Schissel for a swing. Not a bad dig by the Wildcats there. Mead with the pass. Let's do something. Donley set the outside. Schissel unfortunately hit the antenna with her attempt there. We're now all tied up in the second game, 12-12. It's a battle. We need to get a pass here on serve receive. We need to figure out what we want for a set. Get a good pass. Get it going. They're going to go to Schissel again. Schissel then had to go back up for the overpass. Here comes that Richter out of the middle. Oh, Donley had the right idea. It slipped off her hand. Would have been a great, oh, good effort by Mead. Good effort by Mead. Beeman had a decent one. Donley had a right idea with that dump. Just did not come off how she wanted it to. Minert back to serve again. Herget Miller with the pass. Naring with the tip. You do want to play it safe, but you don't want to be too safe either. You got to be aggressive enough, and this is where the ceiling comes into play. Good job, Crawl. Tip there. Morgan read it, though. Way to read it, Morgan. Swing by Schissel. They're setting that outside. They're trying to go for that. Good read. That's it. Trying to go for that corner there. Schissel was. She saw that opening. They closed it, but we made that work. Jayhawks with the point. Crawl back to serve, which brings Peyton Weber back into the middle. A lot of scrambles there. A lot of different looks. A lot of different tries. Good rally. But Jayhawks come out on top. Richter with the swing almost out of the back row. There we go. Good dig up by Mead. Peyton Weber. That one's tough. That was tough. Coming at that so far off the net. I don't know if a swing was the best approach at that, but that's tough when you're in the thick of it. Macy Nolan, the setter for the Wildcats, is back to serve. Jayhawks down 1. Mead with the pass. Donnelly with the chase down. Schissel really going for that hard angle, but too much. Too much. This is where we need a good pass. We need to figure out a good set, and we need to pay attention to where the block is and where the holes are. That was, yep. That was a tough one. Donnelly had the right idea, but I think her set came off a little more aggressive than what she wanted, and Mead had to make a quick decision and just ended in the double hit. Nolan to serve again. Mead with the pass. Here it goes in the middle. Peyton Weber. That's exactly what we needed. Great swing out of the middle. She turned that one to the left. Last couple she's turned to the right. Great turn on that one. Schaefer back in the front row. Erget Miller out. Donnelly to serve. We're back to our starting lineup here. This is where it feels like we're strongest. There it is. It's an ace serve. Good time. Good time. Also got to keep it going here. Got to stay aggressive, but got to keep it going. Still down 1. Still got a little ways to go, but not as much cushion. Good aggressive serve. They didn't seem to be giving her those corners as well. Great block. Good double. Way to be up there. Just need to push over a little bit more. Peyton Weber again with that quick set, but went to the right side this time. Blockers just happened to touch it enough. Let's see if this goes. Yes, Schaefer with the yes. Great line by Schaefer. They are out of rotation. Let's see what we do. Let's go. And that's a good shorter set. Schissel came in further. She wasn't quite so far outside. Great block. Good rally. Good up by Mead. Here it comes. Come on, Schissel. Right idea. Oh, she had the right idea. Man, that's tough. You're going for that corner and you come in hot and fast, and it's hard to dial that back. Right idea, but what a great rally. Great blocks on both sides. Dug it up. Swings. Everything. Here comes Paris to serve. Mead has the pass. Oh, that's going to be hard for... Oh, and she made that work for a point. That is one tough way to play. But she did everything she could. Like Nearing did that one time. It's hard to stay out of the net, so you just get your hand up there and try and give it the best shot, and that ended up working. Wildcats weren't ready for it. Good pass by Beeman. They go for that middle. Defense is ready. Mead goes for it. That quick shot over. Wildcats weren't quite ready for it. Mead had a good push deep. They weren't there. Here comes Schissel, which puts Mead in the front row. We got some tough hitters up front. Let's see if we can get a rally going and keep it moving. No one touched that one, so we'll take that point. Ooh, I missed that. I thought that came down on their side. Number 20, Richter, for the Wildcats, back to serve. Crawl with the pass, great pass. Weber thought she had it, but that block, yep, the block dropped off. If that girl blocked, Peyton had that kill. But the block dropped off. which means to tell me she could swing out of the middle if we get her a good set here. So here comes Weber to serve, puts Nuring back in the middle. Going for the tip 2. Oh, Donnelly just couldn't quite handle, couldn't track it down, and point Wildcats. Wildcats are up 1 here, 19-18. Game goes to 25, have to win by 2. This is pretty close. It's time for the Jayhawks to serve, receive, and side out here. We need that ball back. Good play by Schissel. Donnelly puts it up. Mead swings hard and puts it away. Kill for Mead. Great set by Donnelly. Schaefer to swing, or to serve. We're all tied up now, 19-19. We're gonna need some good serves. Good defense. Need to put some more points on the board. Go Schaefer. Schissel goes for it. Good dig by Schaefer. Great swing by Schissel. Good block by number 9, Ava Nipper there. Herget Miller back in the back row for Schaefer. Schaefer almost had that dig. Pretty close. That's tough. That was a hard hit. Tough block. Beeman to serve. Crawl with the pass. Donnelly's chasing it down. That's hard when it's that far off to the side and Donnelly can't go in the net, and it's hard to know whether you need to pass it before or out of the net. Wildcats up 2 now. Nope, I think that was going to be in. Nice shot by Mead. Nice simple roll. Server wasn't quite ready for it. Puts us back within 1. Schissel back in the front row. Mead back to serve. Now it's not time to be fancy here. Time to go to your tried and true. Make sure we can do something and put it away. Cut away. That's a good idea. Good idea. To their outside, to that Paris. She puts it away. That was a tough one. Good shot by her. Beaming back to serve. I was wondering. Beeman already served its little barrel. Not sure how she forgot that one. Officials must be talking it over. I thought we'd seen Beeman serve already. Jayhawks need to get back into position. Looks like the officials are ready to go. Now we got to play it smart here. Got to get a good pass. Schissel. There we go, Schissel. Puts it away the second time. They gave it back, so she put it away. Crawl to serve, which puts Weber back in the front row. Crawl's been solid all night on serves, and is again. Ace serve on that one. Great start by Crawl. Nothing overly fancy over the net. Just made it float enough to throw their serve receive off. Here goes Crawl. Good pass up. Going for that outside. Good dig by me. Oh no, that's not what you want to see. That puts Peyton Weber in the net. Their setter's back to serve. No one here. I wonder if we'll see a Donnelly dump. Maybe a set to the back row, something. Not with that. There we go. Peyton Weber puts it away. Tries to go left on that one. Donnelly's back to serve. Schaefer's back in the front. We've got 3 tough hitters, 3 good blockers. See if we can put up a block. We're all tied up 23-23. Again, you have to win by 2. There was no touch. They're calling the ball out. Point to the Jayhawks. Game point here if we can put it away. Let's see what Donnelly does with the serve. They're giving her those corners again. Not as much as before, but that's what she went for. They saw our opening. Donnelly cheated. Ties that back up at 24-24. Donnelly cheated up on that one. She got to the front, went too close. They read it, put it there. Time to serve receive here. Good pass by Mead. Red. The libero got there, not a bad tip. Good by Crawl. Out of bounds. Nobody touched. Jayhawk ball. It would say that hitter on the other side. I want to say if it was 20. Almost close to a throw on that one, I'd call it, but not enough for the officials. Going to that outside. Right between that block. Schaefer and Weber didn't close. 25-25. This is a battle. Now is when you got to stay focused. Things happen. You got to adjust. Now we got to figure out where we're going. Good pass first, though. Good pass by Mead. Set her. And she puts it away. Yep. Jayhawks up 26-25. She mishit that a little bit, but doesn't matter. We got the kill. Went to the right spot. Peyton Weber back to serve, which puts Nearing back in the middle. Here we go with Weber. Great serve, and that's an ace serve. And that's the game. She did it. Great serve. Man, what a battle in the end. 27-25. Maquoketa Valley really kind of figured us out a little bit there. Found some weak spots. Found where we were cheating. But all in all, Jayhawks come out on top. Really great match. Really strong. Puts the Jayhawks at 4-1 on the season. Good triangular. Good competition. Hopefully the girls learned a lot. Definitely fun to watch. Thank you for watching Jesup High School Athletics on the Jayhawk Sports Network from Heartland Technology.